Hey, what is up, guys? Chase Oliver here, bringing you my Impact Wrestling review for the August 16th, 2018 edition. Let's get started with this one. Now, right away, I can say that this week's episode, probably one of the better ones I'm going to review from the time I've been starting to do my weekly Impact reviews. I actually, minus one match, enjoyed most of what I saw. Some minor complaints here or there, but for the most part, stuff made sense, storylines were progressing. It was something that I was enjoying, such as the opening match, Phoenix and Sami Callihan. Really good opening match, set the tone for the night, was a really good tone setter. Only complaint is Sami Callihan loses. And it wasn't like Pentagon came out and, distracted Sami Callihan to the point where Sami Callihan was so pissed at himself for losing that mask versus hair match that he lost out on his own accord, Sami Callihan. No, it was like Phoenix still beat him kind of really clean. OBE was trying to attack, Phoenix when he was on the top rope. Pentagon Jr. comes out. I don't even think Sami Callihan saw Pentagon Jr. He blindly charges at Phoenix. Phoenix goes and hits a crazy-ass muscle buster pile driver, and there you have it. And it was just like, why is Sami Callihan losing so much clean? Why is OBE losing so much clean? Like, it's just like, I can't take these guys seriously if they keep losing like this. And I know people are going to be like, well, wins and losses shouldn't matter. Well, they do. Because especially when it comes to a credibility standpoint. Because here's Sami Callihan, this crazy, insane psycho, and this guy is over here just like kind of losing matches, so why should I really care when he says he's going to kick someone's ass? Because I don't believe he can. So that's why when he made the challenge later on in the night where he's like, oh, I want Pentagon Mexican deathmatch, let's settle this once and for all. I'm like, well, time out. It would have made more sense if Pentagon distracted you more in your match with Phoenix. That would make more sense to me why you want him in a death match. Why are you challenging Pentagon to a death match? If I'm Pentagon Jr., I'm saying, no, you're a loser, so I don't want to fight you. I've already beat you, so what does me fighting you in a Mexican death match mean anything? To me, personally, it was just kind of like, I get it that people are going to be excited for the Mexican death match next week because they did put on a match of the year contender at Slammiversary and all that. But just the lead up and the build up to this, Sami Callihan and OBE has just been losing. And really, to be honest, my interest in the Mexican death match is kind of, sure, it'll be a good match, but I need more than just good match. I need story. And really, to be honest, if someone can, in the comment section, explain to me what the fuck is the story here besides Sami Callihan's a big loser right now, I would like to know. And for Dave Chris making a big deal about getting his head shaved last week, he seemed to sit there fine and acting all fine outside the ring, which makes no sense. Look, if Dave Chris had all this emotion about getting his head shaved last week, have him come out and show some emotion. It's just little stuff that, like, sometimes Impact Wrestling fans, what they always tell me the most about Impact is, Chase, you'll like it because the smaller details in Impact are much more well-defined. And then I see smaller details like this, and I'm like, are you sure? Because Dave Chris was whining and bitching about getting his head shaved last week, and now all of a sudden he's coming out there, OBE, baby. Just saying. My personal opinion, you can disagree. That's what this channel is for. Speaking of disagreeing, since Impact wanted to have another Global Wrestling Network sponsorship in this thing, let me just go talk about one thing that grinds my gears. Because if Impact can waste their TV time instead of filling it with new content for us to see and bitch about old content and show old content, I feel like I should get shit off my chest. I really do like reviewing Impact. I really do like talking about Impact. I really do feel like this new regime is doing a good job. But what I don't feel like is doing a good job is the Impact Wrestling fans. I feel like the Impact Wrestling fans are not as inclusive with a lot of wrestling fans, and I feel like that there are those type of fans that really, to be honest, if someone criticizes anything about Impact, if someone gets hard on Impact, they really like to judge you, and you can't make a mistake when it comes to Impact. And really, to be honest, as someone who reviews and discusses wrestling with a lot of people, that's kind of stuff where it's just like, how can people get into this product? How can people get into this fan base if they can't form their own opinions? And when it comes down to it, Impact Wrestling fans, I get it. You love this product. You don't want people trashing on this product anymore. But if someone didn't like something on this product, doesn't mean they hate Impact or they think Impact sucks or is stinky or doo-doo. They just don't like what they saw. And you guys need to understand that and accept that. Because really, to be honest, I saw Bully Ray did a poll and he asked who are the most sensitive fans. He put WWE, New Japan, ROH, and Impact Wrestling. WWE fans, there's so many of them. You meet so many different idiots a day. they're just sensitive about different stuff. Impact Wrestling fans, though, when I look at it, I think they get sensitive about a lot of things because you critique one thing about Impact, a lot of them think you're an Impact hater and you just want the company to die, when that's not the case. What I want to see is this company improve and keep getting better. And it's not going to get better by me saying, oh, everything they did was awesome. Sorry, that is just the case. Global Wrestling Network over. Let's talk about the Smoke Show because, man, one of the fucking highlights of the night. KM and Fallah Bahh made sense for them to be on the show. They have their partner issues going on. They were a little funny duo with this. Scarlett Bordeaux was great. Rosé is for what is it? Grabat is for side chicks. I only drink rosé. If this girl never wrestles, I'm fine with it. I'm fine if she never wrestles in her life, man. I'm good with it. I really don't care if Scarlett Bordeaux ever touches a fucking ring. We need more characters like this. Males and females. Just a character that's like, they don't really need to wrestle to prove their point. They can just go be on the show and be a highlight no matter what they're doing. Like, Scarlett Bordeaux, it's not just because she's hot why I enjoy her. It's just, her character is just so outlandish and so good that it's just something where I'm like, okay, I want to see her do stuff. It's counterculture, which I like a lot too, because a lot of times in wrestling, they always try to follow with what's going on in the real world and all the culture aspects and not trying to be too sensitive. And she's counterculture. She's flaunting her body out there. She knows she's hot. She's using it to her sex appeal to her advantage with all this Me Too crap. She's definitely someone that is very counterculture to that. But most of all, she's just a character. It's just like, if I met Scarlett Bordeaux in person and I talk to her, I bet you she'd be in character. It's like, that's what I want to see. I want to see just more characters in wrestling. You don't get most of that. Most of the time, wrestlers are like, today it's like, my name is this, Buck Joseph or something. And Buck Joseph is like me, a regular human being. Buck Joseph just does a bunch of moves in the ring, and Buck Joseph can wrestle like everyone else. I would rather take someone who is limited in the ring, maybe has 3 or 4 moves, but has a good character, than someone that can do 50 million Ricochet flips, 7 million Will Ospreay flips, shit, whatever. You get the point. Scarlett Bordeaux's awesome. She's one of the best things on Impact right now. Like, she's one of the top 5 good things about Impact. I would even argue like top 3. Once she gets in the ring, that's when some fans are probably going to shit on her. And if you do shit on her for her ring work, you're stupid. Because I don't know what's wrong with just being a good character in wrestling today. But furthermore, good stuff on Impact this week was the Johnny Impact and the Congo Khan stuff. Minus Congo Khan laying down way too long for that tornado DDT that didn't look like it impacted him whatsoever. This was good stuff. I enjoyed the brawl. I enjoyed what they did. Continuing off, let's just hope there's a big blow-off match, a big backstage brawl match that would be fun to watch. That's all I really want from this. I really did enjoy it. Like I said, my only complaint was that Congo Khan was laying down way too long for that tornado DDT. But other than that, enjoyed it. This is something that I want to see. Johnny Impact actually is showing more emotion as of late. More than I have seen from this guy in his career as a professional wrestler. All the parkour stuff, it's cool, but it was getting a little bit too much at the end as well. Joe Hendry and Eli Drake. Now, here's the thing. I like this Katarina, Joe Hendry, Grado scene. I don't like Grado so much, but I like what they're trying to do. I like the little side storyline they're doing here. What I don't like is that Eli Drake is stuck in this. Like why is Eli Drake in an insignificant feud right now? It feels like Impact was like kind of like not wondering if he was going to re-sign or not, and then later on, so they didn't really like plan long term for him, and so now he has re-signed, and then Impact was like, oh shit, well, we're just gonna be real with you, Eli. We didn't know what to do with you long term, and so Eli Drake's like, fuck it, just throw me in anything. I mean, I'm all fine for main eventers breaking down and feuding with guys that need it. I like Joe Hendry. He's one of my favorite little hidden gems in wrestling. I feel like most people don't pay attention to him. But is this really the best use for Eli Drake? No. This is not the best use of Eli Drake. At all. I just wish that Eli Drake was doing much more than this. Maybe feuding with someone that's on his level. Just saying. Killer Kross and Austin Aries, their promo was fine. They both want change in professional wrestling. I kind of wish that it was like Austin Aries was a little bit more maniacal than that Killer Kross was like, main motive is that, oh, Aries is the world champ, he gets paid more, so he can pay me to take people out. Like, it was just like, they both were like, we want change in wrestling. Fell flat a little bit. Just my personal opinion. I was just like, this is kind of flat. Like, I was just hoping there would be a little bit more oomph. A little bit more like, oh yeah, Austin Aries is the world champ. He makes the most money. He can pay me more to take people out. I mean, isn't that what a hitman does? They get paid. They want to kill people. They take people out because someone can pay them to do so. That would be kind of like the thing that, like, I would think that would make sense. But instead it's just they both want change and they both want to make the wrestling world a better place. Alright. That's fine. Eddie Edwards came out, got his ass beat. Next! Ugh. Do I really have to talk about Ali and Su Yung? This was the worst thing on the show. Can I just skip this? Because I really don't want to deal with Impact fans being mad because I didn't like something on the show. As I talked about during my GWN segment. I do have to talk about this. Okay! I'm sorry. Ugh. Throw this away. If I was watching this via the playback as an Impact producer, I would have been like, yo, we're sending these two girls out there and they're redoing that shit because that was trash. Everything about this was just a smorgasbord of crap. Like, I'm sorry. Ali tries to do too much in that ring. She really does. She really needs to limit her moveset to a few moves that she can actually do. Stop trying to do the backbreaker because it doesn't seem like it has any impact. Stop trying to do the cold breaker. You need to do moves that like actually feel like there's impact to it. Kiera Hogan is lame. I'm sorry, I don't like her either. I was just watching this and I was like, why is Su Yung being wasted? And then Tessa Blanchard came out at the end and I was like, this is not for the title, so why is she coming out and beating her up? And then she gets beaten up and double teamed and this whole segment fell off. Like, the way it started, too, like, the basic segment beforehand, too, Ali cutting the same promo. No one's going in the casket! You said the same shit for 3 weeks in a row. Can you say a different promo? And then she comes out, and this girl's been saying how serious it is for her to fight Su Yung, and she's coming out with Kiera Hogan, and she's slapping hands at the fans, smiling, having a good time. It's like, if this is a blood feud, is this something that's so much bigger than the Knockouts Championship, by the way, you should be coming out fucking serious. You should be coming out looking to be the one to make the first strike. Not coming out like it's some normal schmoz entrance. Everything about this just felt off. I just really did not care about Ali versus Su Yung. And it's nothing with Su Yung. She did fine. Because Su Yung actually knows what moves to do. But Ali, I'm sorry. I just don't like her. I'll be honest. I just don't like her. I just can't get into her. Every segment I've seen her in, every match I've seen her do, it's always been kind of sloppy, schmoppy, and blah. I just don't care about Ali. And I just didn't understand why Tessa Blanchard came out just to get her ass kicked. That's so stupid. Why would you do that to Tessa Blanchard, out of all people? Couldn't Kiera Hogan just get her ass beat? Really, to be honest, what would have been better for this segment is for Ali to almost have won, and then the Undead Bridesmaids attack her, and then Kiera Hogan falls into the casket. So that way there's a little bit more sympathy towards Ali. Look at this. This is what I do, Impact Wrestling fans. I kind of try to find better solutions than what I saw on TV. Whether you like them or not, I still give out better solutions. So don't say I'm trying to shit on the product and make the product worse when I try to give solutions sometimes. That would have been much better than what we saw. So that way you protect Tessa Blanchard and she doesn't get her ass kicked for no fucking reason. And that way Kiera Hogan gets put into the casket. And that way Ali has more emotional distress. But what do I know? But what I do know is that carny shit in wrestling works. And this LAX versus OG street fight, this was the most carny thing I've seen since those Matt Hardy stuff that Impact was doing. This was great. Everyone's going to be like, oh, how dare you? No, this is carny. If you are sitting here thinking that this was like, all legit and everything like that. Okay, fine. That's your opinion. But in wrestling, what people watch the most is carny bullshit. Because they just can't believe what they're watching. That's what you want to do. Why do you think the Attitude Era and WCW in the 90s was over? Because people would be flipping the channels. And then they would see this carny ass shit of like Stone Cold filling up Vince McMahon's convertible with a cement truck. Or like Kevin Nash beating up Rey Mysterio outside in a production truck. Just all this crazy carny shit. Now don't get me wrong. Sometimes carny shit can be bad. But this is good carny stuff, because here you have like I'm just saying, if you were flipping the channels and you saw this, you wouldn't know if this was what this was. You would be like, wait, what is this? This some like reenactment for one of those Discovery ID shows? Is this like some low budget game film? What's going on? It's something that will keep your eyes on the product. It's something that you at least watch and see what's been going through. And heck, maybe watching this at the end and you saw it and you just said, that was Impact Wrestling. Oh, maybe I'll check this out. This was good carny shit. I enjoyed it. LAX and the OGs and the actual street fight. They brought a bunch of little jobbers around too. My only little complaint about this is that I don't know how Eddie Kingston's crew backed out on him. I get it that Homicide Hernandez got taken out. I understand that. But none of Eddie Kingston's other crew members besides that random jobber got taken out. So, like, how come they didn't come out and jump the LAX fools at the end? Like, that was my thing. I was just like, wait, didn't you have a whole crew? Last I checked, Hernandez border tossed Conan's crew. He didn't border toss Eddie Kingston's crew unless I missed something. I tend to miss some stuff sometimes when watching Impact. I don't know what it is. I have my notes down and everything. But I wrote down, like, Kingston's crew did not get taken out. Maybe they did. But I just remember the sock and the knives and everything. But yeah, no, this was a fun little thing, man. This is some good carny shit that you see in wrestling. This is something that you want to see more in wrestling, because this is stuff that gets people, like, when you hear about it, you're like, yeah, dude, like these two tag teams were actually fighting in the streets, man. They almost pulled shanks on each other and shit. You're like, I have to watch this. Overall, though, this was a really good episode of Impact Wrestling. Like, even if you're someone that's been on the fence about Impact Wrestling as of late, I definitely suggest this episode minus Ali and Su Yung. That you can skip. Like, that right there, you see Ali, you see Su Yung come out, just watch her entrance and be like, oh, she's cool. Then you see Ali and cheer music hits, just fast forward, and then you can skip the rest of the match. Just remember Su Young's entrance from it, and you should be fine. But, yeah, no, this Impact episode was really good. I enjoyed it a lot when it came down to it. Next week's episode, I'll have to wait and see what they do when it comes down to, like, the matches and everything, to see if I am that excited, because already, like I said with the main event, not really that excited for, but I am excited for Redefined in 2 weeks. I mean, Cage versus Phoenix, that should be a good one for the X Division title. Speaking of which, Cage should have more matches. I don't know why he hasn't been wrestling. I was like, whatever. It is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. What did you guys think about Impact Wrestling this week? Comment section down below. Later tonight, I might be doing a late night live stream, doing predictions for Brooklyn and Summerfest. But if I don't do a live stream, it most likely will be recording like this. Just want to let you guys know if you're watching this on the day it's uploaded. Thank you guys very much for watching. Remember, guys, just like the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar, the #1 contender to the Heavyweight Championship of the UFC, sometimes you don't have to give a shit and life. And remember, no, we're not going to... I need a new outro for Impact. Can y'all Impact fans give me an outro? The Brock Lesnar thing can stay, but I need something more than Yahoo. Yahoo's Finn Balor in WWE. I need an Impact outro. Help me out, people. Damn it.